You know those little bottles at the gas station? The ones promising better mileage, insane horsepower boosts, or cleaner engines? Well, some of them are legit, but others? Pure snake oil. And guess what? Some mechanics would rather you never find out about the ones that actually work. Why? Because if your car runs smoother, lasts longer, and avoids expensive repairs, that's less money in their pockets. So today, we're breaking down 13 fuel additives that can actually make a difference. And a few you should avoid like the plague. Let's get into it. 1. Polyetheramine, PEA fuel system cleaners. Ever notice your car hesitating, losing power, or struggling with bad fuel economy? Chances are your fuel injectors and intake valves are getting gunked up with carbon deposits. That's where polyetheramine, or PEA, comes in. It's one of the few real-deal additives that actually cleans your fuel system instead of just being a gimmick. Brands like Chevron Techron and Royal Purple Max Clean use PEA to keep your engines running like new. These additives are specifically designed to clean deposits from the intake valves, fuel injectors, and other fuel system components. Mechanics know how it works, but they'd rather sell you an expensive fuel system cleaning instead. However, excessive use of these cleaners can damage fuel system components, and it tends to leave a residue of the additives. So, even though these cleaners can be an amazing upgrade from your repetitive visits to the mechanic, you have to be very responsible with how you use them. 2. Fuel stabilizers for storage. If you've got a classic car, a motorcycle you only take out on weekends, or a vehicle you store for winter, using a fuel stabilizer like Stabil is a game changer. Gasoline starts breaking down in as little as 30 days, leading to varnish buildup, clogged injectors, and rough startups. A fuel stabilizer prevents this by keeping your gas fresh for months, ensuring your engine runs smoothly when you fire it up again. Mechanics won't tell you this because a gummed-up fuel system means easy money for them. Save yourself the hassle and the repair bill. Add a stabilizer and keep your fuel fresh. 3. Octane Boosters. Octane boosters are a fuel additive designed to increase the octane rating of gasoline, improving resistance to engine knocking. Knocking happens when fuel ignites prematurely in the engine, leading to reduced performance and potential long-term damage. High-performance and turbocharged engines often require higher octane fuel to operate efficiently, and this is where octane boosters shine. They can enhance power output, improve throttle response, and even boost fuel efficiency in the right engine. However, mechanics don't always recommend them because most standard cars are built to run just fine on regular fuel. Using an octane booster unnecessarily may offer little to no benefit, and in some cases could even disrupt engine performance. 4. Ethanol treatment for modern gasoline. Modern gasoline is often blended with ethanol, typically up to 10% or even higher in some regions. While ethanol helps reduce emissions, it's not so friendly to your fuel system, especially in older cars, motorcycles, boats, and small engines. Ethanol absorbs moisture from the air, leading to water buildup in your tank. This can cause corrosion in fuel lines, injectors, and even your engine itself. Over time, it can also break down rubber seals and gaskets, leading to leaks and performance issues. An ethanol treatment like Lucas Ethanol Safeguard or Startron counteracts these problems by stabilizing fuel, reducing moisture absorption, and preventing corrosion. But most mechanics won't tell you this, because fixing clogged injectors and rusted fuel lines keeps them in business. 5. Upper cylinder lubricants. Upper cylinder lubricants are one of the best kept secrets for keeping your engine running smoothly. Every time you start your car, the upper cylinders experience friction and wear, especially in direct injection engines where fuel doesn't wash over the intake valves. Adding an upper cylinder lubricant like Lucas Fuel Treatment or Marvel Mystery Oil helps reduce friction, clean deposits, and improve combustion efficiency. This means a quieter engine, better throttle response, and even improved fuel economy over time. These additives also help prevent carbon buildup, which can rob your engine of power. But don't expect your mechanic to recommend them. After all, worn piston rings and sticky valves mean expensive repairs for them. 6. Diesel fuel additives for cold weather. If you drive a diesel in cold weather, you've probably heard of fuel gelling, when the paraffin wax in diesel thickens and clogs up your fuel lines and filters. Once this happens, your engine won't start, and you're stuck in freezing temperatures. That's where anti-gel additives come in. Products like Power Service Diesel 911 or House Diesel treat prevent fuel from thickening, ensure smooth operation even in sub-zero temperatures. These additives also contain detergents that keep your injectors clean, improving performance and fuel economy. But your mechanic? He'd rather you forget about anti-gel treatments so he can charge you for fixing a completely preventable issue. 7. Fuel injector cleaners. Not all are created equal. You've probably seen 100 different injector cleaners on store shelves, but the truth is, only a few actually work. Gumout Regan, Chevron Techron, and BG44K are the real deal. They clean out those tiny injector nozzles, restoring lost performance. Your mechanic? He'd rather sell you new injectors instead. 8. Anti-knock additives for older engines. If you own a classic car, a vintage muscle car, or even an old truck, you might have noticed a knocking or pinging sound under acceleration. That's because older engines were designed for leaded fuel, which had natural lubricating and anti-knock properties. Since leaded fuel is long gone, your engine might struggle with modern unleaded gas. That's where anti-knock additives like Clot's Octane Booster or lead substitutes come in. They help prevent detonation, reduce wear on valve seats, and protect your engine from premature failure. Mechanics? They know about this trick, but why would they tell you? It's way more profitable to wait until your engine develops serious problems and then offer to fix it for a hefty fee. If you drive an older car, investing in an anti-knock additive could save you thousands in repairs down the line. 9. Water removers for your fuel tank. Ever notice your car running rough, especially in the winter or after a big temperature swing? That might not just be bad gas, it could be water in your fuel system. Condensation forms inside your gas tank over time, and since water is heavier than gasoline, it sinks to the bottom. When enough builds up, it gets sucked into your fuel lines, causing rough idling, hesitation, or even stalling. The fix? A simple bottle of heat or iso-heat. These additives absorb moisture and allow it to burn off safely through your engine. But of course, your mechanic won't suggest this. He'd rather you bring in your car complaining of mysterious misfires so he can charge you for unnecessary repairs. A few bucks for a water remover can save you a trip to the shop. Worth it, right? 10. Carbon cleaners for direct injection engines. Modern cars with direct injection, especially turbocharged ones, have a dirty little secret: carbon buildup on intake valves. Unlike traditional port injection engines where fuel washes over the intake valves, direct injection sprays fuel straight into the cylinders, leaving the valves dry and vulnerable to carbon deposits. Over time, this buildup can choke your engine's airflow, robbing it of power and efficiency. Regular fuel system cleaners won't touch this problem, but specialized products like CRC, GDI, IVD intake valve cleaner will. It's designed to break down stubborn carbon deposits and keep your engine running smoothly. But why would your mechanic tell you this? He'd rather let that buildup get bad enough that you need an expensive walnut blasting service, a procedure that can cost hundreds of dollars. Save yourself the headache and treat your engine before it's too late. 11. Catalytic converter cleaners. So, your check engine light is on, and the scanner says it's your catalytic converter. Your mechanic's first suggestion? You need a new cat. $1,500, please. But before you hand over your hard-earned cash, consider trying a catalytic converter cleaner like CataClean. Now let's be real, it won't magically fix a totally clogged converter, but if your cat is just partially obstructed or coated with excess carbon, a good cleaner can help break down deposits and restore some efficiency. And since catalytic converters are ridiculously expensive, even a small improvement is worth a shot. Of course, your mechanic won't tell you this. He'd much rather convince you to replace the whole unit and pocket a nice profit. So before you give in to that costly repair, try a catalytic cleaner first. 12. Two-stroke oil for added lubrication. This one's a bit controversial. But some old school mechanics swear by adding a tiny bit of two-stroke oil to your gas tank, especially if you drive an older car. Why? Because modern fuel lacks the lubricating properties it used to have, and that can lead to premature wear on your fuel pump and injectors. A little bit of two-stroke oil, about an ounce per gallon, can help keep your fuel system running smoothly. It's an old trick that some mechanics secretly use on their own vehicles but would never mention to customers. After all, a worn-out fuel pump means more money for them. Want to keep your fuel system in top shape? A little two-stroke oil might just be the hack you need. 13. Boron-based additives for friction reduction. Here's something most people don't know about: boron-based fuel additives. Newer products like LubeGuard Fuel System Booster contain boron compounds that reduce internal engine friction, which can lead to better fuel economy and longer engine life. Some studies even suggest boron additives help engines run cooler and more efficiently. So why don't mechanics recommend them? Simple. Anything that extends the life of your engine isn't exactly great for business. If your car runs faster, lasts longer, and burns fuel more efficiently, that means fewer trips to the repair shop. And let's be honest, mechanics make their living off of worn-out parts and failing engines. Want to keep your ride in top shape for years to come? Look into boron-based additives and give your engine the protection it deserves. So that's it. This was our list of 13 fuel additives mechanics don't want you to know. Let us know which of these additives you are excited to use in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.